Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Abby Coleman, and I am the marketing manager here at MJBizCon. I am joined today with Cassandra Cothran, the exhibitor education manager of customer experience at Freeman, our official show partner. We are here today to discuss the webinar for Weeding Out Confusion, Cultivating Success with Exhibitor Services. We will go over everything you need to know to be successful at the show this December. Um, just a couple of reminders, this is a recorded webinar and we will be sending out the recording after the webinar is complete, as well as posting it on the website and sending it out in the exhibitor newsletter that you all should be receiving. There is also a Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen where you can ask questions. We have Caitlin Apone, who is our marketing specialist, managing that, and we will do our best to answer all of your questions. If there's a question that we can't answer for whatever reason, we will take down your information and reach out on a one-to-one basis. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Cassandra.
Perfect. Thank you, Abby. Hello, I'm Cassandra. I'm the Exhibitor Education Manager here at Freeman, and I am super excited to be here to talk to you about all of the things you need to know to get ready for MJBizCon 2025. Today, we are going to cover 5 different topics. The first one will be on how you can access your online resources. And then we'll talk about the show services that are available to you, not only from Freeman, but from other vendors too. We'll go over shipping and material handling because we know sometimes that can be a little bit confusing. And then we'll wrap up with a show schedule and some on-site tips. Like Abby said, if you have any questions, be sure to put them in the Q&A function at the bottom of the screen and we'll get to them. All right, let's hop in. So the first thing I want to talk about is the pre-show planning timeline. We say that it takes approximately 45 days before the first day of move-in to prepare. You have to think about a lot of different things like shipping your items and making sure your team is prepared on site and making sure that you've ordered all of the products and services that you need. Because of this, we recommend that you get started no later than October 16th so that you and your team are in a good place. As an official vendor for MJBizCon, Freeman has sent out some pre-show communications. The first one comes out 14 weeks before the show opens. This is just a hey, let's get started email. The second one comes out 1 week before our discount deadline, and it just reminds you to order soon to save the most money. The third one will come out 1 week before the show opens, and it gets you prepared to be on site. These emails are sent to the contacts that we have on file. But if you're not the contact we have on file, you can access Freeman Online and these resources from the MJBizCon exhibitor portal. From the portal, you'll want to click on Exhibitor Resource Center. There, you'll click on Exhibit, and then you'll click on 2025 Exhibitor Services Manual. When you click on that, you'll see the Exhibitor Service Manual, and on page 4, under Vendors, you'll want to click Freeman. And whether you get to our portal from there or from those communications, your homepage will look exactly like you see here on the screen. This portal is created for you and all of the things that you'll need for your event. You'll see the show schedule listed here across the top of the screen and any special contacts that you may need. There's also a list of curated tiles specifically for your event. You'll see the shop products and services tile, a tile for the hosted freight package, which we'll talk about in a little bit. You'll also see a tile for shipping and material handling, free furnishings, and exhibitor education. On Freeman Online, you'll also see our virtual assistant, Sky. Sky can assist you with over 100 topics, like if you need to know dates for the show schedule, if you need information about shipping and material handling, and much more. If for some reason Sky cannot assist you, you'll automatically be redirected to a live representative who can assist you. And while you're scrolling through Freeman Online, you'll see lots of informational pages like the quick facts that you see here. If you'd like to save this information to view it at a later time, to share with your colleagues, or to provide to your carrier for shipping, you'll just click the print button in the top right-hand corner to save this information. All right, now we are going to get to the good stuff. What's included in your booth space? Inline 10 by 10 booths will receive 8-foot high black backdrape and 3-foot high black side dividers. You'll also receive gray booth carpet. There is an optional free furnishings package that is available for your booth space. This package comes with 1 black draped table, 2 limerick chairs, and 1 wastebasket. But please note that you'll have to complete the free furnishings form or make any changes to these selections by November 3rd. If you do not order by this date, after November 3rd, these will be charged at our standard rates. A couple of additional notes for what's included in your booth are the hosted freight package. This package eliminates any service charges for all of advanced shipments to the warehouse and direct shipments to show site. Island booths over 400 square feet will also receive 1 wastebasket per 100 square feet. If your booth is 300 square feet or less, you'll receive a 1-line identification sign. If your booth is larger, though, you can receive a sign, but you'll have to request it from Freeman. Please remember that inline booths will also be carpeted in gray. However, island booths will not be provided carpet. If you are in an island booth, show management does require you to provide flooring for your space. The aisles will be carpeted in tuxedo, which is in black and tuxedo, I apologize. And tuxedo is a mixture of black and white. So Freeman is in charge of all of the products and services you see listed here on the screen. If you need flooring, furnishings, or labor services, we can help. We'll talk about how Freeman can assist you in your booth space with these products and services. Before we get there, though, I do want to remind you that Freeman has a discount deadline date of November 3rd. This is the date that you want to order your products and services by so that you can save the most amount of money and get the best return on investment. Remember that the free furnishings form is also due on November 3rd, and you want to be sure to place your orders for free furnishings by this date so that you don't have to pay for them. All right, now we're going to get into our products and services. We'll start with flooring. Remember that inline booths are carpeted in gray, but island booths will not be provided flooring. You are required to have flooring if you are an island booth. Freeman offers lots of different options for flooring, from carpet to vinyl, and lots of other options in many different colors. If you are interested in flooring from Freeman, you'll just go on Freeman Online, or you can provide your own flooring. Next, we'll talk about furnishings. Freeman has lots of different options for furnishings. If you're looking to make your space feel like a lounge, if you're looking for presentation seating, or just looking to network, we have many different solutions to assist you. We are also a full-service signage and graphic shop. We have state-of-the-art design and printing capabilities, and we can assist you with any signs or banners or collateral that you need within your booth space. And if you're looking for a whole booth setup, Freeman can assist with that too. We have some easy plug and play options like our online exhibit bundles and online exhibit packages that you can order right from Freeman Online. If you're looking for something a little bit more customized, we have modular exhibit collections and our custom exhibits and fabrications where you'll be paired with someone from our sales team to help make your booth come to life. Now we'll talk a little bit about labor services. Whether this is your first event or if you've exhibited at many different events, labor services can be a little bit confusing because there are things that you can and cannot do within your own booth space. So we'll talk about those labor jurisdictions, and then we will talk about how Freeman can assist too. In Las Vegas, full-time employees of exhibiting companies may set up and or tear down your own booth materials. You can also perform maintenance on your own equipment after initial setup, open any boxes you may have, unload your own vehicles at designated unloading areas, as long as it's not a commercially registered vehicle, and you can use a lightweight handcart to move small items. Now, if you need assistance within your booth space, setting up, tearing down, or if you just don't want to do any of that, Freeman can assist. Freeman offers display labor services. Rates are per person per hour, and the start time can only be guaranteed at the beginning of the working day. So if you schedule your labor for any other part of the day, you'll just want to head over to our exhibitor services team, and they can assist you and send over that labor team when it's available. If you need to cancel labor, be sure to cancel it at least 24 hours in advance. And Freeman can supervise your labor jobs too. So if your team won't be there on site, we can still get your booth all set up. We have Freeman supervised jobs, and they will be completed when we are able to do them, and we'll make sure that they're done before the show opens and before the hall must be cleared. Next, we'll talk about hanging signs and overhead rigging. Remember, if you are going to have a hanging sign or an item that is placed overhead, you'll want to be sure to first check out the exhibit hall rules and guidelines to make sure that everything's good to go and that you're able to have one. Rates are per person per hour, and again, the start time can only be guaranteed at the beginning of the working day. To be sure that your items are safe to be placed above head, Freeman does require you submit a signed structural integrity form. This just lets us know that your items are safe and that we can put them up. Remember to also include any setup instructions within the crate for your signs so that we can get them put up before you get to show site. And on that note, we encourage you to arrange for shipping to the advanced warehouse so that we can begin placing your hanging signs before you get to show site. If you are going to send your items in to the advanced warehouse, we have hanging sign labels available on Freeman Online. We're also the official contractor for electrical and utilities. Remember to order in advance for the best price and so that your items are installed prior to your arrival. If you need something like electrical, we place those items under the flooring. And so if we have those orders ahead of time, we could go ahead and do that so that you don't have to worry about it once you get to show site. Remember to also provide any important information, including your floor plan, your booth orientation, the location of the main power drop, and any on-site contacts. We also have some helpful resources available on Freeman Online, like our usage guide, which helps you understand how much power you may need in your booth to power your laptops or any other items that you may have. And we offer cleaning services too. So be sure if you're interested in cleaning services to keep your booth spotless to order those. We offer vacuuming, we offer porter service, which is the removal of waste from your booth space, and lots of other cleaning services too. All right, now we are going to get into material handling services. With material handling and shipping, People sometimes use them interchangeably, but they're two different services. So we're going to talk about how they work together for your event. When you're shipping inbound, you can use any carrier that you may choose. And then you have two options on where to ship your freight. The first option is to ship to the advance warehouse. Warehouse receiving begins October 31st, and the warehouse deadline is November 25th. This deadline is you want to deliver to the advance warehouse before this deadline so that you do not incur additional charges. Your second option is to deliver direct to show site. Show site receiving begins November 30th. And I do just also want to note really quickly that the Freeman warehouse will be closed on November 27th and 28th. So be sure to let your carriers know this if you're shipping to the advance warehouse. So once Freeman receives your freight at either the advance warehouse or at show site, material handling begins. We'll take your freight, we'll move it into your booth space, and then you'll unload it. Once it's unloaded and you've labeled it with empty stickers, Freeman will come around and grab those freights and will hold it for the duration of the event. Once the event's over, we'll bring back those empty containers and then you'll load them back up. You'll leave them in your boot space after labeling them, and then Freeman will come around again, pick them up, and take them to the loading dock for your carrier of choice. Once your carrier's there, we load this freight onto your carrier's truck. Outbound shipping begins. I do want to quickly talk about the hosted freight package too. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but this hosted freight package is a really great deal. It eliminates service charges for shipments to the advance warehouse or show site. And this only applies if shipments are received at the advance warehouse before the deadline or during direct shipment dates. These dates are listed on Freeman Online so that you can go over and look at them if you're interested in shipping direct to show site. We do encourage you to ship to the advance warehouse because it does make it a little bit easier and it helps ensure that your items are in your booth space when you're ready to set up. Please note that any single item over 3,000 pounds is subject to additional equipment and labor charges. And these charges will be at your responsibility. So just make sure that you keep that in mind when you're shipping in items. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information with the overview and then with the hosted freight package. So if you have any additional questions, there is a tile for shipping and material handling on Freeman Online. Here you'll be able to see another material handling overview. You can find the rates, shipping labels for the warehouse, for the show site, and hanging signs. And then you'll also find information about the marshaling yard, empty storage, and outbound shipping. Your event is marshaled. This means that there's a marshaling yard in place to make sure that there's not a ton of congestion when trucks get to show site to deliver your freight if you're shipping direct to show. The address for the marshaling yard is 6555 West Serene Avenue, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89139. You'll want to be sure to give this address to your carrier if you're delivering to show site. Carriers that are delivering to or picking up from show site must check in at the marshaling yard. Your driver will be assigned a number according to their check-in time, and then once space is available at the dock, they'll be dispatched. Certified weight tickets are required when they're checking into the marshaling yard, and if your driver has a certified weight ticket, Freeman will take that. If your driver doesn't, Freeman does have a full-size scale available at the yard for them to get one of those tickets. For more information on the marshaling yard and to provide to your carrier, be sure to go to Freeman Online for the marshaling yard information. And POV cart service is also being offered. POV cart service is available for privately owned vehicles. POVs are defined as cars, pickup trucks, vans, and other trucks designed for passenger use, not cargo or freight. With POV cart service, workers will have a flat car and will assist exhibitors with unloading. This service is available at a round trip rate of $271 per trip, and this includes the storage of your cardboard or product boxes for the duration of your show. Remember that because lots of cars may be trying to unload, congestion is expected. So we do encourage you to ship to the warehouse or show site when possible. Now we'll talk about empty container storage. During move-in, remember to tag your empty containers, fibers, and crates with empty stickers. These empty stickers are provided by Freeman, and we'll have some people from our freight team walking around with them, or you can head over to our Exhibitor Services desk and you can grab them there. Empty containers cannot stay in your booth space, so once you're done, just tag your containers and Freeman will come around and pick them up and store them for the duration of the event. During move out, we'll begin returning your empty containers at the close of the show when aisle carpet is removed. Remember that this can take a very, very long time, so you'll want to make sure that you and your team are planning and prepared for this. Remember when you're scheduling your departure from the event that you'll have to plan to pack up your booth space and make sure that all of your items are ready to be shipped out too. If you can't stick around after the event, though, Freeman Supervised Labor is available to pack up your booth space. Another option that we have to help with move out at the end of the event is priority empty return labels. With these priority empty return labels, you are guaranteed to receive your empty containers within 2.5 hours after the event closes. So after we get everything pulled up off of the floor, we'll make sure that your items are returned within 2.5 hours. There's only one label needed per container, and each label is only $160. Remember that there is only a limited quantity available so that we can make sure that we keep that guarantee. So if you're interested in priority empty return labels, just head over to Freeman Online and you can order these labels when you're ordering your other products and services too. During move out, another important aspect is outbound paperwork. Outbound paperwork is needed for all shipments regardless of carrier. So even if you're hand carrying out your items, you'll want to make sure that you complete your outbound paperwork so that your shipments can go where they need to go and so that Freeman knows that your items are safe and being sent where they need to be sent. You can fill out this information in advance or on site. Here on the screen, you'll see in the material handling and label section on Freeman Online where you can fill out the outbound paperwork. Any requested paperwork will be passed out during the show for you or your team to sign. And once your shipments are all packed up, outbound paperwork must be turned back in to our exhibitor services team. Remember to leave your freight labeled in your booth and Freeman will do the rest. Here on the screen, you'll see an example of the material handling agreement, which is also your outbound paperwork. Remember to include your carrier name and phone number, your desired level of service, and the number of pieces that you're shipping out. Don't forget to also sign, print clearly, and include a contact's phone number in case you need to be reached. And any freight that is not picked up by your carrier, or if your carrier does not check in by the carrier check-in deadline, will be rerouted by Freeman so that we can ensure that your items get to the destination. And the last product and service that we'll talk about is shipping services. Freeman does offer Freeman Transportation that can assist you with having your items shipped inbound, outbound, or round trip. Please note that shipments originating from countries other than the US must be cleared through customs. And don't forget to review dates for the advanced warehouse, show site, and any other check-in times when you're confirming. Freeman transportation specialists are available for custom quotes should you be interested. And I know that it sounds like we do a lot for your event, and that's because we do, but there are so many other specialty contractors who can assist you in making sure that your booth is everything that you want it to be. If you're interested in audiovisual services, booth security, insurance, or telephone and internet, all of these specialty vendors can assist you. And don't worry, you don't have to go searching for them. If you go to Freeman Online and you go into the products and services tile, you'll scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see specialty contractors. Here you'll be able to find the information to order from these vendors and their contact information too. All right, as we begin to wrap up, we'll talk about important show site information and the show schedule. Early move-in begins November 30th. And to move in early, you must meet one of the following requirements. Your booth must be 800 square feet or larger, or you must be an exhibitor with heavy machinery or large shipping containers. If you're interested and you meet one of these requirements, submit an early move-in request to operations@mjbiz.com for approval. And here's your show schedule. Exhibitor move-in again begins November 30th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. And this is for large exhibitors only with approval. On Monday, December 1st, move-in will continue from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. for all exhibitors. It'll continue on to Tuesday, December 1st from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for all exhibitors also. And then the show opens on Wednesday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. and it'll go until 6 p.m. On Thursday, December 4th, it'll also be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Friday, December 5th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Your show will wrap and close at 3 p.m. that day, and then move out will begin at 3 p.m. and continue until 11 p.m. that evening. On Saturday, December 6th, move out will be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. 11 a.m. is the carrier check-in deadline. This is the time that you want to ensure that your carrier is there to pick up your items to get them removed from the show floor. And at 12 p.m. is the exhibit clear deadline. This is when you want to ensure that all of your items are off of the show floor at the end of the event. And you may need help while you're on site, so our team will be there to assist you. Our on-site exhibitor services team can assist you with many different things like placing orders or finding any items that you may have misplaced and anything in between. Just look for a contact us flyer left in your exhibit space to reach out to us. But if you're interested in self-serve options and you don't want to head over to the desk or give us a call, we do have some self-serve options too. With concierge services, you can request service directly from the comfort of your booth by clicking that tile on Freeman Online. You can also set up notifications and view important live event alerts right there from your phone too. You can set up these alerts to be sent directly to your phone via text message, like freight alerts to know when your freight is back within your booth space at the close of the show. And lastly, during show move out, you can submit and finalize any outbound paperwork digitally. All right, now we are getting ready to really wrap up. A few cost saving and planning tips we want to leave you with are reviewing all tools available in the Exhibitor Service Manual and on the MJBizCon Exhibitor Resource Center. Remember that there are so many resources available to you to review and to make sure that you're prepared for your event and during each stage of your event. So be sure to read the exhibitor service manual and to access your resource center. Remember to also order prior to vendor discount deadline dates for the best rates. Freeman has a discount deadline of November 3rd. Remember, this is also when you want to be sure to place your furnishing orders, your free furnishing orders by, so that you don't have to pay for them. But other vendors also have discount deadlines that may be different, so be sure to check in with them too. Don't forget to include any setup instructions with your labor orders and inside of any crates that you send in. And if you can, consolidate your shipments and avoid late to warehouse fees by shipping to the warehouse before the deadline. If you can, also remember to ensure that all teams have all paperwork on site to make the experience smooth for not only your team, but for any other team that you may be collaborating with. And lastly, don't forget to allow for extra time in your departure plans for freight return, booth teardown, and settling all invoices with not only Freeman, but any other vendor that you may have worked with. Now I'm going to quickly pass it over to Abby.
Awesome. Thank you, Cassandra. That was great. Since we are only 2 months away from the show, which is kind of crazy, I wanted to remind you all of a couple of things just to plug our Exhibitor Resource Center, which has, again, all of those tools that you need to be successful at the show. As Cassandra mentioned, the Exhibitor Service Manual, or sometimes we'll refer to it as the ESM, is going to be your holy grail for everything you need to know, specific details and all. We do our best to send that out on the website as well as in emails via exhibitor newsletters, but please keep a copy of that on you. Um, on the Exhibitor Resource Center, you can register your team, which is super important that you all do that ASAP. Book your hotel through our official hotel vendor. Update your exhibitor directory profile, which that is going to then show in the mobile app to our attendees who are planning on attending the show. So please update those profiles with your logos, any photos, to make sure that you stand out and you get attendees to your booth. The mobile app is now live. This is the earliest we've ever launched it. The reason we did this is so y'all can get it downloaded and explore it and make sure that you are ready to go for on-site show success. The other thing that we've recently launched on the Exhibitor Resource Center is your custom promotional tools, where you can take that and promote your booth on social media. We also have an exhibitor press release that we're allotting one per exhibitor, where you can you can highlight a new release or product that you'll be featuring at the show. So it's a really great tool as well. The last thing I want to highlight is enhancing your booth with a sponsorship to get additional eyes on your brand and additional traffic to your booth. We currently still have mobile banner ads, push notifications, as well as innovative product showcases. That deadline for innovative product showcases is approaching. It is October 17th. So please keep that in mind. If you've already purchased a sponsorship, your artwork deadline was most likely this past Wednesday, October 8th. And if you're uncertain about any of that, please reach out to Lauren Hafferty at MJBiz.com. I will include that in the communication that comes out after this webinar concludes. Lastly, we will be having another webinar. It will be our Know Before You Go webinar, which will occur on Wednesday, November 19th, and we will go over all the pre-show items that we did not discuss on this webinar, as well as an in-depth feature on the mobile app and lead capture. That's all I have. Cassandra?
Perfect. Thank you. All right, well, that's pretty much all I have too. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We will have a Q&A after this, but I did want to leave you with our contact information. We know that planning can sometimes be a little bit crazy, and so if you need help when you're planning, or you have questions, you need someone to walk you through, our team is here to assist. We have lots of different methods where you can contact us. You can contact us by phone or text. If you're international, you can send us an email, and we have options like chat and WhatsApp too. So if you need help, don't hesitate. Feel free to reach out to us. And with that, we'll move into our Q&A session. So if there are any questions, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat or sorry, in the Q&A feature and we will get to them.
It looks like we have one. We have two questions. The first one, I accidentally put that we answered it, but we are answering that live. And that's whether or not exhibitors can update or add services on site and how are those billed? I'll give that one to you, Cassandra.
Yeah, so you can add services or products when you're on site. For products, I just want you to be aware that after the discount deadline, like our flooring and some options may be unavailable. Even some furnishings, if we don't have them there at site, they may be unavailable. So please just keep that in mind. But if you need to order services like labor or something like that, it can be ordered on site. The prices may be different from what you see online right now because again, ordering in advance just saves money. It makes it easier for everyone else to prepare. But you'll just go to our exhibitor services team to that desk to order. You can go on Freeman Online and use our self-serve options to make requests also. And then you'll just be billed there on site. You'll be asked there on site also to pay for those products or services too, so that we can make sure that you're all good to go before you leave show site and so that you don't have to worry about it after the fact.
We did just have a question come in regarding, it's from Matthew Lyon. Thank you, Matthew. He says, if I don't log into Freeman and do anything, will the standard equipment still show up? Tables, chairs, etc. And also, does the standard equipment include electricity for laptops and monitors?
That's a great question. So no, it does not include electricity for your monitors. If you are interested in electrical services, you'll want to be sure to go on to Freeman Online and order that service. Again, we do encourage you to order those services ahead of time before you get to show site, especially because with electric, we try to place electrical and other utilities under the flooring, and so if you get there and you order it, we'll have to pull up the flooring and then put it down then. So we recommend that you order that ahead of time before getting to show site. For the products and the free furnishings, I'm sorry, I'm pulling it up. I don't want to give you the wrong information, but I am pretty sure you do need to go online and opt in to receive those items within your booth space. Because again, after November 3rd, if you have not placed that free furnishing order, I apologize, then you'll be charged at our standard rate if you do want them after the fact.
That is correct, and I can confirm that everyone who wants to take advantage of the included table, chairs, and wastebasket has to claim that on the Freeman website. Otherwise, you will be charged. The reason being is that certain companies, for whatever reason, don't want those services. And so rather than having them show up and then needing to take those away, it only is given to those who opt in.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
so
And I'll
thank you,
go ahead and
Cassandra.
drop that link in too.
Awesome. Thank you. And then it looks like Rory has a question. Where can I find the setup and space rules for the voice of the plant? Um, Rory, those are going to be sent out. I believe that they are the same rules for the entire show, but I, again, don't want to give you improper information. So if you'll just do me a favor and type in your email into the chat, or excuse me, into the Q&A, we'll get with you separately and confirm. And then the last question it looks like that we have is going to be, can you remind me of the early bird pricing deadline? Again, this is the early bird pricing deadline for Freeman.
Uh, it is November 3rd. And so again, this is the date that for in general products and services that you'll want to order by to save the most amount of money. But this is also the date that if you want those free furnishings for your inline booth, that you order by so that you can save money. If you order them after November 3rd, they will be at our standard rate.
Fantastic. And Rory, I have marked down your information and I will be getting back to you shortly after the conclusion of the webinar. Do we have any more questions? As a quick reminder, if questions do pop up, and they likely will, go ahead and email us at sales@mjbiz.com, or you can reach out directly to Freeman. This presentation, along with the recording, will be sent out to all of you at the conclusion. So we can't wait to see you in less than 2 short months. Thanks so much, Cassandra.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Bye, everyone.
Bye.